Okay guys, we have the EPP elevons here. I had them molded in EPP. It's a little bit of a process to get them configured for the aircraft to be stiff enough, but if you want to take the time, they turn out really nice. Or you can use them as templates to make your balsa elevons. The drawback is the balsa elevons, you know, are going to be a little bit easier to produce. They are going to be fairly true and straight and stiff, but the slightest bump, you could actually damage them in the field. So the deal with these is if you take the time to make the elevons straight out of the EPP and you do it with this process, they end up being very durable and you know, very, very, very rugged. So in this process, you're going to need a hot glue gun. You're going to need your goop. I got a little bit of a scraper here, so I can scrape some of this goop off when we're done. But the deal is just like everything else we've sparred with these glass spars, is we want to take the glass spars and we want to lay them, you know, on the elevons. We want to trim these areas out so everything can be spun, you know, so we can go ahead and let this cure overnight and be stiff. But the first thing you're going to want to do is take your elevons, tape them together. You want to clear these areas out so you can be able to spin them, just like I did here. So these were all able to be able to, you know, spun once you get a little glue in there. So once you get these ready to go, you're going to want to tape them together. So you're taping the whole root of the elevons together. This keeps them straight, and you're going to want to start on the top. So tape them together, get your fiberglass rods put in, same as before. Run a layer of goop right through, give your rods a spin so they're encapsulated in the goop, and immediately after, do them one at a time. Scrape off the glue on the elevon, and then let that dry sitting on the table, you know, at least an hour, and then flip it over and do the other side. Once you do the other side and you lock these in the same way, you're going to want to go ahead and leave everything taped together and then weight these down, because this is the other side's the flat side of the elevon. You want to put these on a flat surface while they're taped together and let them lay on the flat surface with a little bit of weight in areas where the glue isn't going to stick. Let them dry overnight. After you let them dry overnight, you can come back and trim off your glass on the ends. And then what we do is we take the hot glue and we run another bead of goop. You can do it in a couple sections if you want. Run hot glue in maybe like 8 inches and then wipe it off, and then run hot glue in 8 inches and then wipe it off, and then the same at the end. So you're going to almost want to fill that gap. What this does is it allows a laminating film to stick to the hot glue really, really well, and it helps tie the surface tension of this laminating film across this EPP, and which is going to make it very, very stiff. After you hot glue it and you get this drug across here and pull off the excess hot glue by, you know, wiping it off, then we're going to go ahead and paint it. So I'll go over that process after this, and that's where we're at.